Hello, so today I am going to show you how to make this super cute bow here, and it's from a Russian tutorial that I have translated. According to my Google translator, it's called a tender bow for the princess Kandora Alena something that I definitely can't pronounce at the best of times, so I'm just going to refer to it as an Alena bow, because that's just a little bit more simpler for my little brain to sort of go with. But here you go, and it looks quite complicated, but it's not as hard as it seems once you break it down, because the back is essentially, base bow is essentially a slightly longer double tux with tails layered, and the middle of top bow is basically sort of a folded design, but again it looks far more complicated than it actually is. So you do need quite a bit of ribbon. We've got, to start with, for the main bow, we've got 4 pieces of 1 inch at 15 centimeters each. For your middle double tux, it's 2 pieces of 20 centimeters, and then for the tails we've got another 2 pieces of 15 centimeters, and then obviously you've also got your 9mm for your middle. We also need a bobble, and obviously your needle and thread and your lighter for sealing everything. So like I said, you start with your 4 first. Layer your white on top of your black, or black on top of your white, whichever way works for you. And I've got quite into making pigtail sets for my nieces at the moment. So I've got the 3. There's the twins, Elizabeth and Ella. We normally call Lizzie and Ella. And then they've got their slightly younger sister, Evie. She's just started nursery. The girls have just gone up to their first year of school. And Evie doesn't like bows much. She doesn't like them in her hair for very long at all. She gets very grumpy, likes to rip them out. Ella is massively into really big bows and likes matching socks to match all of her outfits, and she likes to choose the colours that go best and coordinate everything. And Lizzie, she'll wear a bow if you put it in her hair, but she's not massively bothered. But I started making bows to help my sister out, because she makes the glitter and the faux leather versions with the big shot machine and by hand, and she kept on getting requests for ribbon, and she didn't have the patience for it. I'm a little bit more, always been slightly more crafty than her, so she was like, can you try these? And I fell in love with it, and I've been making bows ever since. And that was almost 3 years ago now, and I've done a lot of crafts in my life, but this is probably the only one that's stuck. And there is only one thing that I enjoy more than seeing my bows that I've made entirely by myself on kids, is helping someone else make another bow from something that I've sort of helped with, whether or not it's a picture tutorial or like explained how to change a shape to make things, etc. So we've got the 2 pieces layered now, and I've folded them in half and slightly creased. This will help you get your middle. And what you want to do, you have to excuse me for a minute, is you twist, like so, so you get this, and then all you do, fold up, fold up, and clip back, and there is your front. See, super easy. Same again, use your crease to make sure you get everything all lined up. There you go, shape again. over, over, flip, front, back, and they will go round. Can see better. There you go. There's your fronts. There's your backs. Like that. Okay. Try and get a close up of the stitches, but basically we want 5 teeny ones this side going in on the point, and 5 teeny little ones this side going down from the tip, and we need to go through all the layers. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, a bit smaller, 1, okay, so 5. Sorry, it's really hard to show. So we're going from beneath on the thing, then we're going through that triangle, all layers on the bottom, and then we want 4, and we came in from that end and we're going out from there as well. Okay, now try and you sort of see a little bit there. So you got your 2 there, you've gone through your middle, 2 there, and you're out. And on your back, it's harder to see, but you've got your 3 little stitch marks on the both pieces on the back. Okay. Then we want to do exactly the same again from above. Go through both your layers. 1, 2. Never be afraid to go back a little bit if you've done too wide a stitch. You want them to be as even as possible on all of these kind of things. Okay. From beneath, bottom, coming back up, top. It's frayed slightly there, so I'm just gonna give it a little heat seal. Okay, so get it in focus. So same again, in 2 stitches, through your middle, 2 stitches out. Okay, and then cinch it all together, because like I said, I never make things in pieces. Do a stitch through your back, like so, and as I've said before, I would personally re-go through the point of your triangle there, re-go through your point of your triangle through the front, and that gets rid of your hole in the middle, so your middles don't slip apart and your ribbon, middle ribbon doesn't fall into that gap. Okay, and then do stitch off in back, Okay. My scissors. That's your front and your back. Now we're going to take the two 20cm pieces. I need a little more thread on that. I really need a pin cushion because I have a really bad habit of holding my needle in between my teeth as I'm getting my thread cut. It's a very bad habit that I picked up, but I've always done that even when I used to sew other projects through my crafty life, and I've done everything from making cushions to jewellery and all sorts of kind of things, and that's just the ones I can remember off the top of my head. I used to make children's sensory items like Play-Doh and wax crayons and slime and all things like that. So like I said, when I say I've done lots of things, and I get very, very focused on things and then lose interest. So like I said, 3 years for ribbon is a very, very long time for me. Excuse me a second, just had a little drink. So like I said, as I said before, this is just another tutorial showing you how to do tux bows with tails, which are referred to as sailor bows. And I've done no sew, and I've done 3-inch ribbon and 1.5. And this is basically what we're doing with the space bow. It is basically a double tux bow with tails instead of a single tux bow with tails. So like I said, once you start to sort of learn specific bows, you can sort of learn to take that information and build on it and build on it and build on it, because you can literally stack these kind of simple ones so quickly and so easily, and it gives you so many options to change all of your bows. So as you say before, crease the middle, bring it in so it overlaps just a tiny bit on your creases from above, because this is 1 inch, and anything less than 3 you just need your 3 like so. There's your back. Okay, same again, in half, slightly over, and I do mean ever so slightly, and again ever so slightly over that crease. 1, 2, 3. There's both 3. Watch white ribbon. I don't know what it is about it, but no matter what quality I've used, it always seems to fray the most. Like I said, when you're doing this, do make sure you're getting through all your layers. Okay, so I'm going to cinch these in a minute. Nicely. As you can see, a slightly longer double tux, although because they're slightly longer than like a standard size tux bow, it gives more of a pinwheel type shape with tails, but like I said, it is essentially a double tux bow. And what we want to do is, this is 2 further pieces of 15, and what we need to do, fold them both together like so, and I want the black on the top when I do this, so okay, so I've got them, and what you want to do is you want 5 little tiny stitches, so from above, 1, 2, So as you can see, you've got the tiniest little overtap lap, and we've got 5, and that's what it looks like from the back. Okay, what we do, pull through, keep pulling, and get everything all nicely cinched together like so. Okay, make sure everything's lined up, and then we want to wrap. Once everything's in place, wrap once, twice, basically until you feel it's all nice and secure. Like I said, I do it at least 3 times personally. Okay. Stitch off 3 layers. Okay. Like so. You should have tail's gone a bit. Okay. Should have something that looks like this. So as you know from a couple of other tutorials, I don't glue things together. So from the back, straight through the middle, so your pin's coming up. Take your base top bow, line it up, same as your other one. So I need to do this one just a touch higher. Okay, pull it all the way through and wrap a couple more times so that's nice and secure. Do another back stitch so you know it's nice and solid. Like I said, you can glue together your pieces. This just makes more sense and makes things more secure, feel more secure for myself. Never be afraid to give your bows, like I said, adjustments until you feel like they sit how you like them. So that's so far what we want to do. Always make sure when you're cutting tails where they're together, take this out of the way, because back when I was learning, I had a nightmare for doing things like, if I was sealing this layer, I'd be setting fire to this layer. If I was cutting the tails through this one, I'd be taking a chunk out of this one, and it was wasting huge amounts. So like I said, make sure it's completely out of the way when you do this. And you want a nice sharp tail there. Heat seal. And then your next layer, you want to go, instead of from the point, you want to go just about 1/2 centimetre up and do your tail angle just as sharp as your original, so you can sort of see it underneath. And then we do the same thing again. Like I said, make sure your ribbon's completely out of the way of the other layer, nice and sharp to match your other. Same with this one, 1/2 centimetre up, just as sharp as your bottom. And okay, so that's what it's looking like at the middle moment. And we're going to add a bobble to this one. So my glue gun's been on nearly all day, as I've been doing bits and pieces. some of my bits. Drop of glue here. And if there's any bows in any languages that you need any help on or can't translate yourself and you want me to take a go at it, feel free to put requests in. I will always help where I can. Some of them take me a bit longer than others because I won't show you how to make them with a tutorial unless I can make them completely by myself without having to refer to the video myself. So I did learn this one this afternoon though, but I did have to watch the video 4 or 5 times just so it sort of sunk in exactly what I needed to do. I do also have a Facebook group under the same name as the channel, and I do pitch tutorials where I can as well, and I do lives and little things like that, so if you need any help feel free to join. I always answer any comments as fast as I can, and I will be as helpful as possible with any questions that you might have, and I'll give you any tips that I know on anything. But there you go. Super cute Alena bow, translated from Russian. So there we go, like I said. And these make adorable little pigtail sets. I might try and resize them into 1.5 ribbon as well, because I don't think it'd be that complicated. I think it's going to just be a little bit more on the length, and I think they'll be cute as well, so I might do that for you. But there you go for now. Thanks, bye!